Good morning, Year 3, and welcome to today's English lesson. In this lesson, we're going to be carrying on with our non-chronological report and looking at how we organise information into subheadings. So let's have a recap. What are subheadings? So here's the text we looked at in the last English video, our text all about volcanoes, and here is my heading. And remember, a heading goes right at the beginning and it tells us what the whole text will be about. So my whole non-chronological report is about volcanoes. And then we had our subheadings, which, like the heading, was underlined, but it was over to the left-hand side. And this tells us what a part of the text will be about. So in this section, all the stuff that's underneath this subheading is about how volcanoes erupt. And then we had two more subheadings. So we had different types of volcanoes. That was another subheading. Remember, it's underlined, but still to the left-hand side. And we talked about the different types of volcanoes: active, dormant, extinct. And then we talked about here where they would be. And then another subheading we had last time was what happened at Pompeii. And then here I told the story of the eruption of Pompeii, and then it got buried in ash, just like we're looking at from the story Escape from Pompeii. An important thing to remember when you're writing, especially when you're using subheadings, is this. We need to make sure that we keep the correct information with the correct subheading so we don't confuse our reader. Here's an example. So this person is writing a non-chronological report. Remember, that means an information text about elephants, and this is one of their subheadings. Where do elephants live? They forgot to underline it. There we go, that's better. So let's have a look what they've written under this subheading. Elephants are very big animals, so they need to eat a lot of food in a day. They eat roots, grass, fruit and bark. Bark is an elephant's favourite food. So I can tell, because I've just read this, that the writer here is writing about food. And I know this because he's used the word eat, and then eat again, and then he's talking about what they eat: grass, fruit, bark, and he's even said favourite food. But this doesn't make sense because the subheading said, where do elephants live? So as a reader, I was expecting to find out what country they lived in or what type of habitat they lived in. Let's see, can we think of a more suitable subheading, because this one's no good. Have a pause of your video and see if you can, on some scrap paper, write down a more suitable subheading for what this writer has written. Okay, let's have a look. So we're going to cross this one out. Where do elephants live? You may have put down what do elephants eat. That would be much more suitable. Or you could have put down an elephant's diet. Either of those subheadings, or any subheading that has something to do with food or what elephants eat, would be perfect. So this is something that we need to keep in mind when we're writing, that we only put under the subheading what is relevant to what we've said here. Let's have a look at our work for today. So at the bottom of your sheet of paper on your assignment, you'll have three subheadings: how and why do volcanoes erupt, different types of volcano, and where can I find volcanoes? So for this one, different types of volcano, we're definitely looking at maybe for a word like type or something to do with what the volcano looks like. For where can I find volcanoes, we are definitely looking for maybe talking about a country or a place in the world or something about location. And then how and why do volcanoes erupt? So thinking back to our reading text when we did how volcanoes erupted, we might be looking for a technical vocabulary, our tier 3 words, something about the magma chamber, something about pressure building up, something about explosions or different types of eruptions, something like that. So let's start with number 1. It says, there are 3 different types of volcano: extinct, dormant and active. So which of these subheadings would this sentence best go into? Right, I can see the word type of volcano. And actually, look, it says it here, different types of volcano, which means I'm going to, if I'm able to, copy and paste this here. If you can't copy and paste it for some reason, you could retype it, or you could do this work on a piece of paper and write it up, whatever works for you, because I know you are all on different machines. Okay, so I've put my first sentence with a subheading. Next one. In England, we do not have any active volcanoes, only extinct ones. England. So I know England is a place. So where can I find volcanoes? So I think it's going to go with where can I find volcanoes? Because we're talking about England. So if anyone asks, where can I find volcanoes? An answer could be, in England, we do not have any active volcanoes, so we can't see any here. So the number 2 is going to go for where can I find volcanoes? So I've copied and pasted number 2 under the subheading, where can I find volcanoes? So have a go at doing 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 by yourselves. Remember, it's going to go into one of these 3 subheadings. So really read the sentence carefully and think, would it work in this one? Would it work in this one? Or would it work in this one? If you don't know, try and put it in one that you think and see if it sounds right. Just keep thinking aloud to yourself. If you need me, of course, send me a little message on Teams and I'll always be happy to help you. I hope you have a lovely weekend, because it is Friday today, and I will see you on Monday morning. Bye-bye.